So if you clicked on this video, I'm sure you want to figure out how to get that audio from your Sena or your Cardo on your group rides and make it sound crystal clear. So I'll show you my setup and how it works, so that way you can do it and get that sweet crystal clear audio that everyone's looking for. In the description itself, I will have a detailed list of everything that I use. For starters, I have a recorder. This is a Tascam DR05X. Great little recorder. I use it for like when my camera is on my handlebars or something like that. I can have the audio in my helmet. Anyways, you need a recorder. You need a two-way splitter that will act as a splitter off of your Cardo, or if you have a Sena, you don't really need the splitter. I know there's an audio jack on the Sena where you can run it straight from the unit itself and then into the recorder. And then this is the main piece that I've found. I forget the name of it. It is like an attenuator cable. Essentially, this connects from your Sena or your Cardo from one side and then into your recorder. The cool thing about this, or the sound coming from your Cardo or your Sena, is powered. So when you plug it into the recorder, the levels go way up. So it's sending power into the recorder, and then it could cause that disruption, and you know, it'll peak and then you get that crackling audio and all that other crap. This basically kills down power coming from there into your recorder. This is a stereo breakout cable. You can have one coming in from your Cardo or Sena, and then the other going into your mic inside your helmet. So this will split up your audio from both of them into two separate tracks, and then later in post you can separate the two and you can actually edit each one individually. So you're gonna have your one side, your mic next to your mouth or whatever. On this side, you're gonna be plugging this into your Sena or Cardo. I run a little extension off here so I can keep this kind of in the little pocket of my vest or jacket, whatever I'm riding with that day. And that's what your setup could look like. If you're running audio just off your GoPro, you don't need that breakout cable or anything like that. You can just do this straight from your Cardo or whatever into your recorder. So this is with the attenuator cable in there. The input level is at 6. And the levels are still up there. The volume on my Cardo is all the way up, and you can see that even with the little spikes in audio, it's not getting anywhere close to that. This gives you a little bit of play in like your input levels and stuff like that. So it will be much less likely that it'll peak on your audio and totally kill the effects. Here it is again, without the attenuator cable in there at the same input, and you can see up here the peak light is going off like every couple of seconds, so that's going to cause distortion in your audio later on. Yeah, so you can see that peak light, there it goes again, and that is at input only like 3. Oh yeah, see, even at 0 input level it'll still peak. So you do need that attenuator cord in order to dumb down that level so you don't get distorted audio later on. Just for demonstration purposes, you have your recorder, say you're recording, get ready to record. One thing that is important too is have your group ride audio going. Plug in your headset, have whoever you're riding with talk a couple times just to get that right input level to wherever you want it. I like to keep mine real low. That way if there's anything like super duper loud that blows by or anything like that, it can easily just stay below the peak line and not distort the rest of your audio. This is just the test, just to show you guys. You're gonna plug that in, test your input levels, everything like that. Make the adjustments accordingly down here. You're gonna clap. And this way it'll sync up your program, whatever you're using, and I'll show you right now. So we're in Premiere Pro now, but here's my clip. You can extend out these little bars right here. And these, I got my audio files actually. So here's my video over here, and here's my audio file from the Tascam. Basically click and drag, and then you're right here. So you can do this the old school way. of just moving and try to line up each individual, oops. Okay. So you can line it up the old school way. You zoom in a little bit. But each one of these little marks right here is a clap. Sometimes it's a little hard to get right on the money, but just to show you, I'm gonna mute the audio from my video so you can get this. It lined up pretty perfectly. So anyways, if you are in the same kind of boat, if you haven't synced up your audio yet, you can also click both of these by holding Shift and clicking both clips. Right click, go up to synchronize. Hit synchronize, it'll say audio, track. Just make sure the audio one's checked, click OK. May take a second, may take a little bit longer, but as you can see, the clap lines are perfect. So we'll go back over. So that's how you get the audio synced up with your GoPro or anything like that. So I just showed you how to do the syncing of the audio when you have just one source of audio, if you're not using the breakout cable. And now I got the breakout cable hooked up here. This is gonna send two different signals to your left and right side, so it'll basically be two mono sources. So I'm gonna do a test with this one, and then I'll show you guys in here how to split them up and then lay them side by side and sync them up in your post-production. So I tried to synchronize these clips for a second there, but I don't know why it didn't work. Anyways, it's pretty easy to do so. So say this is your clip right here that you have you use the breakout cable on, and there's two separate basically audio tracks from your left and right side. Before clicking and dragging it onto your timeline, you just right click, modify audio channels. I already went ahead and did all this, but basically you're just gonna go to clip channel format, click it to mono, and then change, this will be a 1. Just go ahead and change it to a 2. It'll show clip 1 right here is the left side and clip 2 is the right side. So click OK. Then go ahead and click and drag. And there you go. There's your two separate clips right here. You have your left side and your right side. So when you're out riding your bike, your left side, you can always, the red part on the breakout cable is going to be your right side, and the black side is going to be your left side. So whichever way you have it hooked up, it'll be pretty easy to tell on your little timeline as well. So like I said, the synchronize thing didn't really work, but we can still see the audio levels right here. So we're able to click and drag and still move and sync up. All right, so synced up, and that's pretty much how you do it in your post to sync it up. So if you got to the end of this, I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, drop a comment or go to my Instagram and DM me on there. I always usually get back to people within like the next couple minutes to that same day. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm an open book. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.